Hey, what is up everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Go. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the ticket to Pokemon Go Fest. We're going to be talking about Go Fest 2020. So I'm super excited. Obviously, I've bought the ticket. I'm going to go ahead and add that to the calendar real quick. Sure. Very nice. Cool. Cool. It's in my calendar. It's all good. Gotta make sure I get off work for both days. It's going to be amazing. Also, let's go ahead and throw up some clips of what's been happening in Pokemon Go for me personally. We've been getting some shinies, some new Pokemon. It's been a lot of fun. That's going to be going while I'm talking about Pokemon Go Fest. So you can go ahead and listen to me while I can watch that or watch both and do whatever you want. You're the viewer. So, Pokemon Go Fest 2020. Alright, so before we get into 2020, we gotta look back at GoFest 2018 and GoFest 2019. So both of those were very cool. They introduced new things in the game, took part of like the newer things that happened in the time span, and of course there was the whole global aspect, all that good stuff, new shinies, rare Pokemon, a lot of very cool things, and from it we had quite a few interesting things also happen. So if we go ahead and look at some of my traded Pokemon, let's go ahead and... So last year, they actually allowed 5 special trades during that time. And so, you're able to get some pretty cool Pokemon, such as... Where did you go? Aha! I was able to get Tropius. Last year I got Tropius, I got Gastrodon from the other side of the world, I got Relicanth, which actually turned to Lucky, and I got a Chatot. What's that? That's only 4. I don't know where my other 5th one went. But, so we might see that happen again. And of course, the big things were that you got special Pokemon from the research. I have way more mythical Pokemon now. I have Genesect. Oh yeah, I finished my Genesect research. But from the first 2 Go Fest, we got Celebi and we got Jirachi from Go Fest. So this year we could be getting possibly Shaman or possibly Manaphy, Fion and Manaphy. We could be getting Shaman. We could be getting both. Who knows? Why do I say both? Why am I super hyper? Well, 2-day event. We're gonna go over to the Go Fest. We got the updates. We got an actual event page, and we also have Pokemon Go Hub take on it, which I'm basically summarizing, but they have very cool infographics over on the Go Hub, which I want to take a look at. So, Go Fest 2020 brings summer adventure to you. Now, first of all, we got to get into this page. We got to get into this, okay? So here on this, we have Snorlax lying down. So that was a thing for like a few days, like a couple years ago, where you could get like Snorlax lying down in the wild, and like you could get AR pictures of it sleeping, and it was really cool. But then as soon as you caught it, it stood back up. So we might be seeing lying down Snorlax again. We could be seeing shiny Snorlax come to the game, which would be absolutely amazing. We see Charizard there, so we could be seeing like 3rd stage evolution Pokemon. We see Chinchou. We see Eevee and Pikachu. They're probably going to be wearing some kind of hat. We see some Viper and Zangoose in the background there, so I personally would be very excited. It's probably going to be one of those things where usually during Go Fest they decide to bring out some regional Pokemon and like make it featured. So that's probably the regional Pokemon. It's going to be the both of them probably, and in the wild, very cool. We do see Unknown there, just kind of chilling. So if you don't have an Unknown, you could get one. We see Gibble. Right behind Pikachu's ear, we do see Gibble, which is very cool. Lots of Gibbles spawning, hopefully. And the shiny rates usually are pretty good. So, shiny Gibble, shiny Chinchou, shiny Yellow Wing Executor. Is this the year we finally get shiny Unknown? Who knows? Zangoose, Viper. Now, they also usually tease what's going to be the new shiny. The only 2 Pokemon here that are not already shiny are Unknown and Snorlax. So we could be seeing either one of those. And we also do see, way in the background there, in the tree lines, Team Rocket's, or Team Go Rocket's balloon. Now, Team Go Rocket got teased last year during Go Fest. At the end of each Go Fest, you get to take snapshots and Team Go Rocket Grunt would appear, or Giovanni. So that's very cool that they're bringing it back in at the same time as they did last year, kind of like a full circle kind of a deal. Plus, Team Go Rocket kind of like disappeared. Ooh, Giovanni, where is he at? So the return of Giovanni, maybe? So yeah, we get all that, which is very cool. Now, we also have some announcements, especially about day 1. So, oh man, this is really cool. So they kind of like hype it up in that first paragraph, and then here's where the actual info starts. So, 2 days, each day will provide unique experience as well as a different special research story. So that's going to be very cool. That's why I'm saying maybe we get both of the Gen 4 mythical Pokemon, Fion Manaphy evolution line, and the Shaman, either Sky form or just the Land form, or maybe Shaman Sky form on one day, Shaman Land form on the next day. Who knows? I'm personally extremely excited. And then Saturday, they detail Saturday, which is really cool. It kind of gives us like a heads up, what to expect. So, it's going to be lasting from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. local time, and special research story day 1, plus 5 rotating habitats. So every hour will be either fire, water, grass, battle, or friendship, and then it will rotate every hour, meaning that you get to hit each type twice. So fire. We see Charizard there, so maybe we'll be getting some like fully evolved Pokemon spawning in the wild. There's lots of cool fire types. They usually put out starters, so expect to see Tepig, Oshawott, and Snivy all over the place. So yeah, fire types. We get the water type Pokemon. I mean, they showed you Chinchou, so kind of excited about that. Grass type, they did show Alolan Exeggutor. Excited about that. Battle. So I'm excited about that. Seviper, Zangoose, they battle each other. Gibble is very strong Pokemon. It evolves into Garchomp. Very cool. Friendship, Eevee, Pikachu. Now, the other interesting thing here is Munchlax. So, they usually also like put stuff in eggs and other things. So, Munchlax is one of these Pokemon that, in the main series line, you had to like evolve it by like maxing out friendship, so that's what I was kind of thinking at. But maybe they just released shiny Snorlax in the wild too. That could be a thing. Let's see. Battle, friendship. So that kind of covers a lot of the Pokemon that are on that front page. Unknown is just kind of like a special, ooh, it's unknown. Now, there is also going to be a global challenge arena this Go Fest. So normally there's the global challenges. That's kind of like a typical thing in Go Fest. Also, another thing is usually that there are places to like hang out. So that I'm gonna get into that later. I think maybe further in this article, if not on this article, on the event page itself. But yeah, there's gonna be challenges. Right here we do see trainers will have a chance to join forces for collaborative challenges every hour. So that's very cool. Trainers will be able to encounter over 75 species of Pokemon in the wild in raids and by completing special research tasks. So they usually put some cool stuff in the special research from like Metagross and like Gardevoir and like cool Pokemon like that to just kind of interesting Pokemon. Like I think they did like Shiftry, they did I think like Ludicolo. They've done some interesting Pokemon. So very interesting. We could see some like Gen 4 Pokemon, Gen 5 maybe something new in Gen 5 that hasn't been released yet. That could be cool. Could we finally see Kecleon, please? Anyway, this is a cool kind of picture right here. It is the global challenge like research. They kind of like, okay, here's what it is. So every hour there's a goal. It'll show you like updates. You see how much you've contributed, plus how many of your friends have contributed and what they've contributed towards. So like Niantic Paul is at 12 gifts, whereas Niantic George is at 15. So if Paul is competitive, like I am, he'd be like, oh, I gotta send like 4 more gifts so I can get 16, so I can beat George. So that's cool. Also, apparently, like gifts may contain rare candies, so that's kind of cool. Like little like extra bonuses, so that's really cool. And then Pokemon Go Fest 2020 Day 2 is gonna be a surprise. I'm so hyped that they didn't tell us nothing. So that's really cool. We want the day 2 experience to be a surprise, so ticket holders will learn what we have in store that very day. So we ain't gonna get nothing like day before, nada. That day. So that's very cool. I'm excited about that. And there's also some like swag. In trainers in the U.S. have, like, apparently the Pokemon Center in the U.S. has had some swag, and yo, the swag is real. Look at this. I'm actually like really considering like that Team Instinct hat. Look at that varsity jersey. Like, the water bottles. Water bottles look dope. You know, hydrate. Um, the long sleeve. The long sleeve looks really cool. Short sleeve also looks really cool. Like it's like there's some good stuff. There's some good stuff. I'm not gonna lie. And then there's also gonna be some cool stuff so you can like do some stuff from home, because like usually there's like other things at GoFest, from like merch to like pop-up places where you can like have pictures taken and whatnot, and like other like cool little things like that make it very family friendly, plus like photo ops and such. So they've decided to go ahead and free downloadable and printable paper crafts and decorations to help kind of bring the GoFest experience to life. So personally, I think that's really cool. And also, they will only be available for download for a limited time. So again, really cool. They're also working on a Pokemon GoFest Microsite, which is going to be like the place for players to hang out when they're not playing the game. They can log into the Microsite and kind of like chat, participate in giveaways and trivias. The stuff that would happen at the team lounges last year, or the years before in the past. So very cool that they've even integrated the team lounges. Very cool. And then how to purchase a ticket. It's just in the shop. Just go to the shop. It's there. And then in the lead up, they're going to be doing some others. Pokemon Go Fest 2020 timed research lines. So that's very cool. Kind of like how we had the research lines for the throwback challenges. We're going to be getting research for the Pokemon Go Fest as well. That's very cool. And then they go into the non-profit aspects of it and how everything's going to be going to various proceeds and charities and black gaming and AR creators and such. So very, very cool. Alright, so now we're going to actually head over to the Pokemon Go Fest event page, where it kind of lines up the same kind of things. Here's a little bit of a better shot of the Team Go Rocket blimp air balloon kind of over there in the tree line. Very cool. Play anywhere. There's the ticket right there, worldwide, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. And just kind of like the standard, like over 75 species available, etc., habitats, global challenge arena, all the same stuff, but just kind of like in chunked format. The virtual team lounges celebrate Pokemon Go Fest. That actually looks like a really cool paper craft, and I kind of want to do it. Also, the swag again, really good swag. It looks very cool. And then don't miss out on updates. So follow them on their research, or not their research, their media outlets. Hashtag Pokemon Go Fest 2020. And so the last place I do want to kind of head over to is Pokemon Go Fest 2020 for the infographics here. So we got, kind of all the same stuff I've already went over, just in bulleted format this time around. Global Challenge Arena, 75 species Pokemon. That thing again only blown up a little bit more. And then here's a nice little infographic that's really nice actually. Oop, hello. So this infographic kind of tells everything. It shows, everything there, the image, the ticket, all that stuff. Day 1, day 2. So day 1, again, just kind of the different little habitats there. The fire, water, grass, battle, and friendship habitats. Everything's going to be changing every hour. That means you're going to be getting it 2 times. Just going to recap that. And day 2 is going to be that surprise. And GoFest t-shirts and freebies. Eventually, I think there's also going to be like probably something in the avatar shop as well. So that's going to be very cool. How to purchase a ticket. And then, yeah, all the research kind of coming up. And I'm super excited about this. For more than just one reason. Like, the shiny hunting is going to be really cool. And it's going to be in July, so who knows how, the state of the world is going to be. But hopefully by then, it's going to be a little bit safer to go out and about. Of course, still wearing masks and being, socially distant and all that good stuff. However, I might try and make a weekend of it. Who knows? Maybe definitely videos coming out on it, and if we get any more information, more stuff will be coming on the channel. So make sure to hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you know when the next video is coming out. But yeah, that's going to be it for today's episode. We got a lot of very cool things coming to Pokemon Go with Pokemon Go Fest coming up very shortly. And yeah, honestly, most excited for getting lots of Gibble, lots of Garchomp candy, or Gibble candy for Garchomp. Oh, Weedle Community Day is actually in like 4 days, or 3 days by the time this video is up on the channel. And yes, shiny Snorlax, that could be a thing. Shiny Munchlax also could be a thing. That'd be very cool. And then whatever mythicals or other random stuff they decide to drop, it's gonna be a lot of fun. And honestly, I've always encouraged people to try and go to GoFest, and this is gonna be like the big, like, this is what GoFest is like, but like anywhere. So that's really cool. You can go, like, I can go over to my local park and make that thing GoFest 2020. I can go, you know, wherever, and it's really cool. You guys know your towns and areas and cities the best, so you can like lure up a whole like block and just try and be as socially distant as possible and all that good stuff. So I'm excited for this and excited for Pokemon Go Fest 2020, and that's going to be it for today's episode. If you did like it, go ahead and smash the thumbs up button. If you're enjoying the series, please subscribe, and as always, God bless, and see you for another episode of Pokemon Go.